Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to my Robinhood portfolio. Today I wanted to jump into early morning active hours trading to show you guys some of the unpredictability and volatility that typically happens with the early morning session. You can see here, at one point my portfolio was down $34. It definitely started the day in the negative during pre-market trading, but rebounded to negative 34 before plunging all the way down to negative 1250. Before bouncing back here a bit, negative 600, 700 or so. And you can see here it's now trending down once again, negative $800. As I scroll through the portfolio, you can see a lot of red on the right there. Not quite sure if this is in response to the federal interest rate hike that took place the other day. On that day of trading, there was definitely a large depression in the price of stocks before rebounding right before market close. But you can see here, a lot of stocks in the red of note. Ford there, 1% in the red. Target, 8.98%. SYY Cisco, 4.07%. HSY Hershey, 3.22%. KHC Kimberly Clark, 2.73%. BOFI, 1.28%. So quite a few stocks in the red this morning. All of my real estate investment trust, all of my REITs, APLE, FRTO, STAG, they are all in the red. So one way in which an investor can take advantage of a lot of this unpredictability and volatility in the markets is using a couple different entities that short and also mirror what the S&P 500 as well as other indexes like the NASDAQ are doing. One of the indexes I like to use is the NASDAQ. I like to short that. If we type in QQQ, you can see there is one particular share here. You can see there's a number ones that mirror the NASDAQ as well as other ETFs that short the NASDAQ. You can see here this is a ProShares Ultra Short QQQ. I've talked about this in a couple prior videos. This is an entity that is really only used during one trading session. You never want to hold this long term. You never want to hold this overnight. But this is really a way of taking advantage of any aggressive moves in the market. So this one here on the bottom, you can see it's nicely detailed. It provides a 3x inverse exposure to a modified market cap weighted index of 100 of the largest non-financial issues on the NASDAQ. So basically, if any of those companies trend down or are losing share price, this particular entity will increase, but it increases by 3 times the exposure. So that's where the 3x inverse exposure comes in. 3 times it'll basically go in an inverse fashion, 3 times whatever the NASDAQ is doing. So if the NASDAQ goes down 1 point, this particular entity should go up 3 points, and vice versa. If the NASDAQ goes up 1 point, this will also go down 3 points. So it's a very high risk, high reward type of stock. Again, this is a tool only to be used during one trading session. And you can see here it's up 1.3% already today, at almost 2%. So the idea would be if you see a market moving in a vigorous fashion, you jump in, you buy this, and then you essentially day trade it. You wait until the market is kind of stabilized, and then you can sell off, make a quick gain, and then vice versa. If you wanted to do the other side of this, let's say you think the market's going to be doing particularly well after it pulled back, for example, you can jump into this stock here. And again, this is going to be an inverse of that last stock, or this is going to be mirroring whatever the underlying index is doing, whether it's the S&P 500 or the NASDAQ, which is here. NASDAQ goes down 1, this will go down 1. If the NASDAQ goes up 1, this will go up 1. And again, this is a short-term trading tool to be used in conjunction with the SQQQ. So a couple of different ways of trading the volatile market, typically which happens in the morning. I've had this happen over and over. Today it's particularly intense today. A very, very strong downturn today. If you were to jump into that SQQ at some point, either during pre-market trading or very early in the market, and then holding through this and then selling, you can make quite a bit of a profit. So yeah, just wanted to jump in, show you guys what's happening with early morning trading. I've always wanted to do a video like this. I've talked about this quite some time, but this is the perfect day to do that right after the federal interest rate hike. A lot of movement in the market right now, a lot of uncertainty in the market. And typically when that happens, you get large swings in the price of stocks. And you can see that here. I have a pretty good representation of the overall S&P 500 as well as NASDAQ. And you can see here the major indices have been pulling back, and this has definitely been pulling back as well. At one point, again, down 1.53% before trending up here again. But again, very hard to say. Definitely a lot of volatility right now. You can take advantage by, again, using the SQQ or the QQQ short-term ETFs to take advantage of that. And there's also some correlated ETFs that are leveraged as well. So the inverse one, as you saw, was 3x. There's also some that correlate that are 3x as well. So if the NASDAQ goes up 1, they go up 3. So a very good way of playing the market. But again, very high risk, but very high reward. So just wanted to put out a quick video regarding early morning active hours trading volatility. Let me know if you guys have been using any of those particular entities. I think I might try that out this morning. I have a couple hours here of free time. I might play around with that to see if I can't make a little bit of a gain. If you, as always, if you guys enjoy my videos, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And until next video, we'll see you then.